Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NTV News, a newspaper and radio television station. Here are the headlines today. News session. Report. Ninh Thuận breakthrough development of processing and manufacturing industry. Recently, the survey delegation of the Vietnam National Tourism Administration, led by Mr. Ha Văn Siêu, Deputy Director of the Vietnam National Tourism Administration, had the working session with the Provincial People's Committee on organizing the 12th Vietnam-Taiwan-China Tourism Cooperation Conference in Ninh Thuận. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Ha Văn Siêu, Deputy Director of the Vietnam National Tourism Administration, highly appreciated the potential and advantages in tourism development of Ninh Thuận province. In order to prepare well for the organization of the 12th Vietnam-Taiwan-China Tourism Cooperation Conference in Ninh Thuận, scheduled to take place from September 8 to 12, 2025, Mr. Ha Văn Siêu suggested Ninh Thuận Provincial People's Committee needs to re-elect to introduce and promote local tourism, especially pay attention to the policy of reorganizing administrative units, merging Ninh Thuận province with Khánh Hòa province. Mr. Ha Văn Siêu also suggested that the province People's Committee come up with a plan to arrange space to introduce and promote local products, special products, culture, and typical cuisine of the locality. For tourism service businesses needs to proactively register to participate in the event, prepare well for the conditions to serve the conference, contribute to promoting, connecting, and boosting the development of tourism in the province in particular and Vietnam-Taiwan-China tourism in general. According to the results of the Barbie Index ranking for 2024 just announced, Ninh Thuận achieved 45.732 scores, ranked 5th out of 63 provinces and cities. This is the fourth consecutive year that Ninh Thuận has been in the group of provinces and cities with the highest scores in the country. The Barbie results reflect the substantial and objective solution that the province had implemented over time to enhance the operational efficiency of the government apparatus, meeting the satisfaction of the people. The Barbie Index for 2024 is the result of a survey of 18,894 Vietnamese citizens randomly selected in 63 provinces and 60 nationwide. Promoting the achieved results in the coming time, the Provincial People's Committee will direct units and localities to link the implementation of the Barbie Index constant with the implementation of the law on grassroots democracy in the province, ensuring the people know, the people discuss, the people do, the people inspect, the people benefit, promoting transparency, and enhancing the accountability of grassroots authority. In addition to maintaining and implementing well the reform of administrative procedures and public service performance, it is necessary to focus on doing well and improving the scores in areas that are still limited. At the same time, promoting policy communication to the people, set the goal of improving and sustainably upgrading the Barbie Index. The People's Committee of Ninh Thuận Province has just signed an issue decision number 254, approving the project to reserve and promote the value of the Garden Festival of the Cham people in Ninh Thuận Province for the period 2025 to 2030. To implement this, the Provincial People's Committee requests relevant agencies to coordinate with relevant departments, sectors, and localities to review and complete the planning, allocate funding resources for infrastructure investment at locations where Garden Festival activities take place, ensuring space for residents to participate in festival and for tourists to visit, as well as for activities showcasing and promoting cultural heritage and specific products, ensuring traffic safety, public order, and environmental protection. Established mechanisms and policies to mobilize and allocate state funding sources, call for socialized resources from organizations, individuals, and enterprises to invest in facilities, infrastructure, and equipment for organizing the Garden Festival, build the image and brand of the Garden Festival, creating attraction for tourists through propaganda on mass media. The proposed estimated budget to support the organization of activities from 2025 to 2030 is 10.3 billion Vietnamese dong. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 years after liberation, the scenic and windy land of Ninh Thuận has been changing dramatically. From a purely agricultural province, Ninh Thuận is rising to become a rice spot in industrial development in the South Central region. In particular, the processing and manufacturing industry is identified as one of the key economic sectors, contributing positively to the economic growth of the province. In early April 2025, the company inaugurated a tie-in factory worth over 21 million USD at Lưu Long Industrial Park. This is one of the largest industrial processing projects in the province with a production scale of die caliber reaching a capacity of 1,450 tons per year. When the project comes into operation, it will create jobs for nearly 150 workers, contribute to the growth of the industry, increase budget revenue, and help promote the economic growth of the province.
We have already first project in Dalat.
We already have a textile factory in Dalat, and Ninh Thuận is a province very close to Dalat. So there is an advantage in logistics. And the next advantage, Ninh Thuận is very famous for clean energy, and the subgroup group focuses on using green energy to create a sustainable development environment. Therefore, we always seek locations that can provide clean energy during the production process. In recent years, along with the operation of 5 industrial parks and clusters, Ninh Thuận has become a destination attracting 56 investment projects in the field of processing and manufacturing industry, creating jobs for nearly 10,000 workers. Notably, the projects include the construction of the new Saigon Ninh Thuận beer factory, frozen shrimp processing, garment factories, salmon production, dyeing and weaving, which have been put into stable operation, contributing positively to the growth of the industry. Up to now, the company has gone through 2 investment phases. Currently, our company's revenue is steadily growing year by year. In terms of human resources, we currently have about 5,000 employees and are expanding the team by recruiting an additional 1,000 to 1,500 people. With the infrastructure being completed, a high political determination, and the support of the government, the processing and manufacturing industry in Ninh Thuận is on the rise, serving as an important growth driver for Ninh Thuận on its journey to build the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the English news of Ninh Thuận newspaper and radio television station ends here. Goodbye and see you again.